Hello everyone, my name is Mandi Lynn. I'm the author of the fantasy novels Essence and I Am Mercy and thriller novel She's Not Here, as well as the creator of AuthorTube Academy. And today I'm going to be talking about the 4 ways to deal with writer's burnout. So writer's burnout can happen just about any time, but especially since it is December, which means it is after National Novel Writing Month, which means you may or may not have written 50,000 words in 1 month. When that happens, when you do a lot of writing like that, you get burnt out very quickly. And basically what happens when you feel burnt out is that you feel like your words don't matter anymore. You start second guessing yourself and you just feel like quitting and never writing again, which is an awful feeling to have as an author. Writing is what we thrive off of, so when we question ourselves, we go through a little bit of an identity crisis. So today I did want to step you through some of my favorite tips, and that would be exactly 4 tips to defeat writer's burnout, which is something I personally have been facing a lot. If you follow me on social media, you'll see I've been very tired recently. So let's just talk about how not to be burnt out all the time. Tip number 1, realize it's okay to feel tired. We all get overwhelmed sometimes, and just because you're tired doesn't mean you're not trying enough. It doesn't mean you're not meant to be a writer. It doesn't mean any of those things. It just means that maybe you pushed yourself too hard, and now it's time to take a little bit of a step back. So that first step is always just acknowledging the situation. Step number 2 is to sit back and write down everything that you've accomplished recently. So this will be a great boost of confidence. So if you did partake in National Novel Writing Month, write down how many words you got written that month and realize just how much of an impact that was to you in your career as a writer. And this goes outside of just word count. If you've accomplished things in terms of your author career, say you got a blog interview, or if you feel like you're more confident than you used to be, or if you hit a new goal in terms of how many followers you have on social media, just simple things like that. Anything that you feel like you've accomplished, write it down. And then once you see it in list form, you'll realize, okay, I actually have been doing a lot this year or this month, and this is why I'm tired, but this is also why I strive to do what I do, because even though it's hard to get to the results are worth it. Tip number 3 is to sit back and do what you love. Now, as much as we would like to hammer through and do that hustling to really accomplish our goals, being at a constant hustle pace can be absolutely exhausting. So what you want to do when that happens is that you want to figure out what are other hobbies you like to do and just start doing them. Set some time aside for those hobbies. For me, that means hiking, it means scrapbooking, it means I have a quilt that I'm working on, although the quilt gives me a bit of a headache, but it's something that I told myself I'm gonna do. So when I need a break from writing, from the entrepreneurial stuff, I do the hiking, the scrapbooking, and the quilting to kind of feel like I have something else to put my creative juices into. And then I also just read, because first and foremost, I am a reader, and when you are a busy person, you forget to put the time aside to read. And not only is reading relaxing, but it also helps you improve your craft by reading widely. Last but not least, tip number 4, sit back and ask yourself, why did you start writing in the first place? So this is maybe this can be the hardest question to answer. Why do you write? Do you do it as an emotional outlet? Do you do it because you just love forming stories? Do you do it because you have a story to tell? Just ask yourself, why am I doing this? And if the answer is just because you feel obligated to, or just because you want to make money or make a career as an author, you might want to do some reevaluating. If you're not doing it for the sheer love of writing, don't do it, because honestly you're just wasting your time. The only people that make it as a career, make it as a full-time writer in the long term is only if they love it, because there's a lot of hard work that goes into being an author, and that takes a lot of time and dedication, and sometimes it's not the most rewarding career. On the other hand, if you do it because you absolutely love it, then keep doing it. And if right now you feel like you don't absolutely love it, but you know most days that you do, then it's just a sign that you need a break. It's not a sign telling you you're not meant to be a writer. It's just the universe saying, take a break, take a deep breath. You're trying a little bit too hard, you're pushing yourself too hard, and there's nothing wrong with taking a step back for a little bit. And you'll find that when you do take a step back, when you jump back into it again, you'll find that passion for writing once again. You'll find the passion for telling a story and just letting the words flow. They will flow much easier when you take the pressure off yourself. Anyways, those are my tips for getting past writer's burnout. If you have any other additional tips, let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. If you want to stay up to date in everything that I'm doing and with my publishing house and everything else, be sure to subscribe to my author newsletter, and when you do, there are some free downloads that are in it for you. Otherwise, that's it for today's video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.